Watch this if you see repeated numbers. Congratulations. Here's something you need to know. The universe is never a coincidence. Nothing is ever a coincidence. When you see repeated numbers, it's a powerful sign of something bigger than you can ever imagine. And let me explain, let's delve into it. So, hey, maybe you've been seeing these numbers, right? The ones, the twos, the threes, the fours, the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, even zeros. How about other numbers? Maybe they're not as synchronicity, right? Maybe they don't have the triple, the double. Maybe you're seeing a sequence of numbers. Maybe 192, 718, whatever it is. There is a bigger picture at hand here for you. If you're an individual and maybe these numbers have been stalking you, maybe for months, years, and you're wondering, hey, something weird's going on here. I know I'm not the only one seeing these numbers. You're absolutely correct. So let me show you what's happening. You have been chosen or been nudged and awakened by the universe, your guide, your higher self. Not everyone will see these synchronicities or what we call repeated numbers. Many individuals may see these repeated numbers, but they don't even pay any attention to it. That's because they haven't been nudged yet. The universe hasn't awakened them yet. So when you see these numbers, it is a clear sign that you are now operating in another level of conscious awareness. You're not operating anymore in a 3D world. You're now in a higher dimensional reality. Because in this reality is where all the messages, answers, and instructions form to help you navigate your 3D reality. So when you see repeated numbers, they are actually messages. They're signs, they're guidances for you. The universe and your higher self have said, hey, you're ready, you're in tune. We are now ready to help you to create your purpose, your passion, your life, to navigate whatever you want, you can achieve it. So what do I do when I see these numbers? Is there some sort of thing I can do? Well, there's a couple things you can do. First thing is we have to decode your message. So when you receive your numbers, they are messages. So certain numbers carry higher messages. So let me show you how it works. Let's say, for example, you've been seeing the 111s, right? But then all of a sudden you're seeing the 2s and 2s. And maybe 4 days later you see 3s and 3s. So how can I tell which message is more dominant? Because here's something also you need to know. Whenever the universe sends you messages through repeated numbers, you have to pay attention to how frequent they are. The more frequent you see the number, it means that is the more dominant message you need to pay attention to. For example, let's say one day you've been seeing the ones for a week straight. Well, you see a couple 2s and a couple 3s, but then you say, wait a minute, I see the 1s more than the 2s or the 3s. There's your major message. The first major message is in the 1s. The 1s are telling you something. So what are they telling me? When we see the 1s, it means that you are in alignment with some sort of desire. Something you're thinking about is opening for manifestation. It also means that your thoughts are in sync with your intentions. And also it can mean, hey, your angels, your universe, your guides, higher self may be nudging you and telling you, hey, let's kind of focus more on what we want because our thoughts are kind of out of sync here. So that's the 1. So that's a great message. So think about that, right? You now have the ability to chart your life in ways you didn't know before. See, the thing you have to understand is this. These repeated numbers, they are very, very powerful because they are always 100% accurate. Let me repeat that again. 100% accurate. They're not wrong. The reason why they can never be wrong is because, again, they aren't of a 3D dimensional reality. They're coming from an etheric dimension. They're coming from you, the higher self of you. They can see the entire picture from looking down onto this three-dimensional world or 3D reality, and they can see the pitfalls, the crevices. They can know the things before they happen. So they send these numbers to help to encourage you, to give you hope, to even warn you, and to tell you that whatever you want is close or it's on the way to you. So whenever you see these numbers, the first thing to do is to give thanks. Maybe look up and say to your higher self, yes, thank you, universe, I got the message. Next thing you do is look up the meaning of your message. All these numbers have meanings, and they're all over the web or the internet. You can find your meaning. The 2s, the 3s, the 4s, the 5s, the 6s, the 7s, the 8s, and the 9s. I've made plenty of videos about these numbers and their meanings, but let me just run through them real quick so you can get an idea. So if you see the 2s, means harvest is ripe, miracles on the way. The 3s, it has something to do with a deep spiritual knowing, spiritual purpose, something of a decision, the time is right. 4s means you're good, everything is good around you, even though you may not see it. Angels, guides, your higher self is ready. Ask for direction, it's ready to help you. The 5s means some sort of great change is coming your way. Be prepared, it's going to be a marvelous change. The 6 means dream bigger. You're dreaming too small. 6 could also mean, hey, keep your thoughts a little better, they're a little off. 7s means spiritual knowledge. You have gained new knowledge, you have new understanding, you've got the information. It also means that some miracles getting ready to pop into your life, something big. The 8s, we all know the 8s, right? Money, abundance, manifestation, some sort of abundance, financial is on the way. The 9s also can mean imminent change, fast and sudden, night and day. And the 9s also have something to do with your thoughts. The 9s also tell you that whatever your intentions are, they are getting stronger and ready to manifest. So these numbers, when you see them, first thing you do is you acknowledge them, you give thanks. Next thing you do, you go look up your meaning. And then when you find the meaning of your number and your message, now you can take the correct course, right? You can adjust, you know what's going on, and you can see things. So when you see repeating numbers, they are your personal guidance system. Look at it like that. They're directing you and showing you the way. But the most important point I want you to get is that everyone can see repeating numbers, but not everyone becomes aware of them. I'll repeat that. Everyone can see them, but not everyone becomes aware of them. That means you can see them in your daily life and you don't pay attention, you don't think of it. But the ones who see them and recognize that there's a pattern here, something's going on, those are the ones that have been chosen to become aware or awakened by the universe, by their higher self. It's a purpose, it's a message for you. That means you have now developed your purpose and your passion, and you're on your way to create the life you desire. That's the thing about these repeating numbers we miss. They're not just there to just say, hey, look at this. They have a bigger meaning. The meaning is that you are now in tuned to another level of understanding. And because you're tuned to this new level of understanding, you have tools now that is not available to you in the 3D reality. Now you have these tools that you can navigate, and you can change your life, and you can find purpose, and you can adjust, and you will manifest because you have a powerful guide now, your higher self. So now you know what to do when you see repeated numbers. Did you get it? All right, let me do a quick review so it makes sense. When you see your repeated numbers, be happy, be glad. You've been chosen, you're awakened, now the universe is giving you a message. Number 2, pay attention to which numbers appear more frequent. The more frequent they are, that's your message. 3, look up the meaning of your message. 4, adjust your message. Listen, become alert, take the course of your message. There you have it. And one more important point that we must recognize about these numbers are that you have tapped into a new purpose and power now. Once you see these numbers, the universe says you're ready. So there's going to be more things that are going to be opened up to you now. Different levels of understanding. People, situations are going to start to change to help you, because now you tapped into an etheric form of reality that many individuals around you will never get a chance to really open up to because they're so distracted with their everyday life of this matrix. So there you have it. Now you know what to do when you see repeating numbers.